Hey everybody, it's Christina. Welcome back to our Cards and Crafts Valentine's Day series. We're on video number 4. And today we're going to be working on creating some things to go inside of this wooden bowl. This is a wooden heart-shaped bowl that I recently picked up at Hobby Lobby. And last video I made this little bead set, but I wanted to make a couple of extra little decorations to put inside of this bowl, which is going to go in the entryway of my house. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to show you some of the ideas. I have 2 different things that we're going to work on today, and I will show you what we're going to be doing. I bought these a while ago at Hobby Lobby, and I always loved the little wrapped yarn kind of project here. And I've made these once before with just using some couple layers of cardstock. But in here, I could feel that there's a wire frame of some sort, and I bought them in both red and pink. Now, the pink I really like, and I use those for photo drop backgrounds, but I wanted to make a couple that would kind of go with the colors. I'm not really liking the red too much. It's just a little too bright. And I thought I would try taking them apart, which I already did take apart. There's a wire frame. I'll keep 3 of them for future projects, but right now I'm going to make 3 of these. One I already have done, but I'm going to show you how I did that. So they have wire frames on the inside, and I just took my scissors. I'm just going to run along the inside of this and cut it off. The thread, or yarn rather, is kind of glued onto that wire frame, but that's okay. It actually just pops right off. So I am going to make a mess with this and cut them all off. So we're just going to go right around and get those cut off. I'm going to try to grab these and throw them right in the trash. And then we can just start popping off these pieces. So this one looks like it's kind of tied around there, which is good to know because I was trying to figure out how to get it so you couldn't see the little bottom part. But they are just glued on, and you can pop them off. We're going to end up covering this anyway, so you're not going to be able to really tell. So we're just going to peel all of these off. Makes a nice little fuzzy red mess everywhere. So this one I'm going to have to cut off. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to do that with the other one, and then I'm going to show you how to actually make these adorable yarn wrapped hearts that we can use for decorations. To go along with the color theme, I have this baby yarn that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I just bought one skein of it, but I thought the colors went nice with the kind of more natural look that I'm going for here. So I'm going to start off by just pulling a bunch of this off here. And I think you're supposed to pull when you're working with yarn from the inside of the skein, but I did not do that. But that's okay. We're yarn newbies. So we're going to start just wrapping, and it still has a lot of the red fuzz on it, but that's okay. We're going to cover it anyway. So I'm just going to start by kind of holding on to the yarn and wrapping it around my frame here. And we're just going to go in all different directions, just kind of covering everything up. And what I like using is this variegated yarn because it really comes out super pretty. Oops. So we're gonna kind of start heading over in this direction here. And the thing is, you just want to fill up this whole section so that we're covering all of that frame, and then we have that really pretty different variegated look going. off a little bit more of this. And we're just going to keep filling in till we know we don't have any more of the red showing or any of the wire that was showing from that frame. Which, like I said, I've done this in the past, and I used a piece like double layered or triple layer of cardstock. I made them, but I like that this frame here. We're just going to make sure we cover that very end. Might be why they had it knotted down at the bottom here, just to keep that covered, but I think we got it. Okay, so we're going to cut this off. And then on the back, let's see, what side do I like better? I'm thinking I like this side the best. So I'm going to knot this on the other side. We're just going to pull this through underneath. Actually, let's go back one. There we go. We have a longer piece to work with. So I'm just going to pull this through underneath. And then I'll take it with the loop and just put it in there to knot. And I'll do one more knot. Oh, I can't get my yarn through. There we go. There we go. So we'll just cut this off. And there we go. Oh, I really love the variegated look to that one. So pretty. All right, so that's going to go right inside my bowl. And then I'm going to do the other one. So we'll just speed up the video. So I'll just do it one more time and you can watch while I get this ready. And there we go. I love how they came out because they're all three of them are just a little bit different in color, especially with using the variegation yarn. And I love the way it turned out. It's super cute. So we're going to put these inside the bowl. And I do feel like my bowl just needs a little bit something else. So I'm going to show you one more project that we can make to put inside of a bowl. I have these little wood pieces. They're from the wood pile. And I am going to use these up. I have used a couple of these at Christmas time for some projects that I did, and I thought they would be good to use also for this project. And we're going to do something a little crazy with these. First thing we're going to grab is our Stazon ink, and then I'm going to use a couple of different stamps. So I have this one because I want to use the hug sentiment. I have this one because I want this little heart with the kind of looks like a balloon heart right here. And I think I'm also going to pull out this stamp set because I have a couple sentiments in here that I thought would be fun to use. So the first thing we're going to do is I just need to go and grab something for this ink. So I'll be right back. Before we get started, I did go and buy a new Stazon ink because my other one was really old and extremely dried up. And I wanted to do this project. So the first thing is that they have this little clear plastic cover. It says do not discard. It helps keep your ink longer, and I've had mine for years. I'm going to stick a glue dot inside, and I'm going to put this back together and just push down. And that should pick up that plastic, and that sticks to the cover. So this way you never have to worry about losing that. So I keep that right in there, and every time I take this off, I don't have to worry about trying to grab that plastic piece to pull it off. Just a tip for you today. So we have these two pieces, and I've got some stamp sets, and I just need to grab my acrylic block for stamping, which I have, whoops, sorry about that. I have one right here. And I'm going to start off with just plain stamping. I'm not going to do anything super fancy. So I'm going to grab a sentiment or two here. So I have this stamp set here, and I think we have love is in the air, all you need is love, and you are loved. I think those are the only sentiments that are in here. Yes. And then there's this quote here. And I might just do the quote. I think I'm just going to do that quote. Originally I thought it was love is in the air, But let's grab that quote and do that. So we have loved you yesterday, love you still, always have, always will. So I wanted to see which one of these would fit best. I think it fits in this one the best. So I'm going to use my acrylic block. We're going to pick it up and we are going to stamp this out. So we're going to ink this up. I'm standing up now just to make sure I'm standing right over the top of this. And I am going to stamp this out right into the middle of that wood block, making sure that I get a good pressure in the middle to make sure those letters transfer over. And perfect. This is going to look really cute inside of my basket or my little bowl that I'm making. And the reason why I'm using Stazon ink is because it is a just an ink that works on all different type of surfaces. So you can even use it on metal. It'll adhere to that. It won't rub off. So I'm going to use that for my wood pieces here. So we're done with this one. We can peel this one off and we'll put that back in its packaging, put it away. And then I have this last one. And I think with this one, I'm going to stamp out these little hearts here. Or the heart kind of balloon or flower. Look, because it's more of a flower than it is a balloon, isn't it? It looks balloony to me. So we're going to put this on here. And then we will stamp that using our Stazon ink again. Set this one to the side. And I'm going to put a couple of them on here. So I'm going to do one that's right on each side. This one I'm going to put a little bit lower. And I messed up a little bit with the stamping, but that's okay. I could flip this over and do the other side, but it's not terrible. It's okay. So we're going to do that one, and then we want to also add a sentiment to this one. So we're going to put this one away, and then we'll grab our sentiment. So this one has hugs and XOXO, and I think I'm going to use, since I used love on my acrylic piece, I think I'm going to go with the hugs on here. So we're just going to make sure it's going in the right direction. And that is really hard to tell. So I think I'm going to grab a piece of paper here just to make sure I'm going in the right way. Okay, so we're going to stamp that out. So we have hugs going straight across the top here. Perfect. Oh, that is so stinking cute. This one I think I want to do a little something different with. I'm going to grab some scrap paper here. I'm going to try something a little bit different here. So I have stamped out my image and I have these acrylic paint pens. So I'm going to use these and do some coloring onto this piece. And I picked colors. I picked a white color and this kind of like pinky. It doesn't tell you what color these are. Just went ahead and primed it before I started this section. But what you want to do if you have any kind of paint pens, you want to shake them up a little bit. And then most of them you have to start by pumping it until the ink starts to flow. So we're going to color in our hearts. So I'm going to use the acrylic paint from my pen and color in the inside of these hearts. How cute is that? And it's almost the exact same color as our project that we originally made with the I'm just trying to avoid the black ink that we used to stamp, just to kind of keep that outline going there. And I'm gonna even go over this one one more time just to make sure we have a nice good coating of the acrylic paint on here. And all I have to do is just keep pumping it just to keep that paint flowing through the pen. I really love the pink. It is so cute. I'm not a pink person, but for some reason this year I'm kind of feeling the pink. All right, and now the white. Now hopefully this white is okay because I tried another white pen and it was in bad shape. So we just need to get the white flowing on this pen. I tried a different pen, but the nib was busted on it. So we're gonna try this one and see how it works. But I'm just gonna fill this one in just like I did the other one and fill in the heart. Now I kind of messed up on the stamping, but I kind of like that. It actually looks pretty neat. This white pen is not in the best of shape either. So we're gonna try just adding some of the white by pushing down and getting it flowing through. And then I'll spread it out with the tip of the pen. Come on. There we go. Oh, I just think that's so cute. So I'm gonna let that dry, but that pretty much is it. I could see these all different times of years. It's so fun, and I am not one that can draw. So this is using my stamps to be able to get some nice decorations out of it is kind of fun. All right, so we're just gonna kind of set our bowl up. So I'm gonna put one up here. I like this lighter one, maybe the lighter one on the side, and that one here. And then we have our sentiment, which I think I will prop right in the middle here. And then we could put our other heart laying there, and maybe our hugs. Well, actually, we'll do the hugs over here and our other heart here. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it inspirational and found some ways to use some of the supplies that you have in your craft room or tried a new crafting thing that you haven't tried before. I will leave a link to the playlist down below. This is the last video in the series for Valentine's Day, but the playlist will be down below so you can watch all of the videos. And if you stay tuned, the last video, number 5 in this series, will actually be all 4 of the videos put into one. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.